which have shuttered the claim of the acknowledged history to Adams. And unto that claim is again united by the firmly established theory education education herself must pause. I'm gonna get to the point. It says suspicion has asserted that all the native of the continent of Columbus might probably have been originally of Hebrew extraction. The exception has been made, and no doubt, and trending, right? So there you have it. And this was in the 1840s, before William S. Crowley was ever born. So it's well known. And they also said that if you keep reading it, and it's all well known, it's even in movies, that the children of Israel that came on the slave ships were also was considered of the wandering Jews. So this is clear. Now you had others who were force converted in the who you see today, and some of them just converted. But we were the originally children of Israel, and then they took on, other nations have took on, we know the people that took on the identity, and then they pushed that identity, and put themselves there. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 10 and 5.
Shalom to the nation of Israel. Before we get started, I want to say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Ruach Quadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the brothers, the men at Great Millstone that ruled well, that taught me this truth. To the hopeful elect out there, scattered abroad, unlike unto a speckled bird, tabernacle of King David, 144,000 mighty men. Peace, blessings, salutations, and to the remnant, men, women, children, shalom, right? So this your brother Shopper, man. So the elder Karat Zakbar out of Baltimore, channel right here, Biblical Defenders, right? So yesterday he did a lesson, and see, that's how you know the spirit is controlling this. But yesterday he did a lesson, and he brought out the paper, the little news article on 1897, deaf mute, black as the ace of spades, that could write Paleo Hebrew fluently, couldn't speak, couldn't touch, so he wasn't taught that here in America. But he said his father, which was a rabbi back on the west coast of Africa, taught him this, right? And so in my lesson yesterday, I mentioned how I was going to get into when they was actually forced to convert. And so I guess vocab did something, or said did something, and then the elder, you heard him going into another some more proof from 1849 about us being who the true Israelites are, who the true Jews are. And Jew only refers to one tribe. To the southern kingdom, not to one tribe, but really to reference to one tribe or to the southern kingdom. The tribe of Judah. You know what I mean? Because you wouldn't say even Apostle Paul. Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's start off with that. Even Apostle Paul said this. He didn't say I'm a Jew. He said Romans 11 and 1. Look what Apostle Paul said right here. He said, then I say then, hath the Most High cast away his people? Yahweh forbid, for I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham of the tribe of Benjamin. He didn't say I'm a Jew. He said I'm an Israelite of the seed of Abraham of the tribe of Benjamin. So, so they Jew, this, Jew, that. Well, let's get to it. How did this all become? How did this all come about? Let's get into it. Where is it at? Let me get to it real quick. How did this all come about? How did it all come about? We're going to get back to this. So let's keep this in mind. It's 18 biblical nations, right? And they like to say that they are Ashkenazi. Ashkenazi. They are not Ashkenazi. They are Edom. They are Edom up here at the top, the so-called white man. Edom. That's who they are, right? But we're going to get back to that. Let's get here first. The invention of Jewish people. The invention of Jewish people happened when, first, before we get to the belt, they was forced. A forced conversion. John Hyrcanus, the forced conversion of the Idumeans, Edomites, to Judaism by John Hyrcanus, 135 to 105 BCE, and is the only such recorded case, because everything had to happen so the scriptures could be fulfilled. So everything, man's goings is of the Lord. So this was all so prophecy could be fulfilled. Is the only such recorded case of forced conversion to Judaism. On the other hand, Jews have been victims of forced conversion throughout history. Yeah, you can find that in the Maccabees. You get that in First Maccabees and Second Maccabees. You know what I mean? And then you in Jeremiah 10 and 2, do not learn the way of the heathen. This has always happened. There you go again. And this is the Jewish dictionary, Jewish dictionary or Jewish encyclopedia right here. For Edomites, forced Edomites to Judaism by John Hyrcanus, right? So we see it in different places. This is in, look, see the Jewish encyclopedia. See it? This is not, I'm not, forcibly converts Hyrcanus, who had confirmed the Roman Empire, marched through with the enemies of the Jews. There it goes. David's scepter, he hired foreign troops. The strong place of Edom, and forced the Edomites to accept the Jewish religion. See it right there? And forced the Edomites to accept the Jewish religion and submit to circumcision. This was the first instance forcible conversion in Jewish history, and this Hyrcanus allowed his zeal for the Jewish cause to lead him to take a step that would later wrought harm. Yeah, cause you gave the Edomites you put them in put them in the catbird seat. Let's get back to it. I'm gonna go back to that stuff, but I want to go on order. So we establishing that John Hyrcanus, you know what I mean? That was when they was forced into way back then. That's when they was forced. Edomites was forced to the law, statutes, and commandments to follow. But that don't make them the chosen seed, though. That just means they was forced to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? Let's get this one over here. It's all in the spirit. Let's get it. All in the spirit. It's 2 Kings. 2 Kings 17 and 24, right? So now what happened? The Lord, until 23, until the Lord removed Israel out of the sight, as he has said by all his servants the prophets. So, as Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria unto this day, and the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, and from Cuthra, and from Ava, and from Hamath, and from Seraphim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria, instead of the children of Israel. And they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof. This is why the Lord says right here to this, right? Now this makes more sense. Matthew chapter 10 and 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. Now that makes sense though, don't it? Why? Because them cities, the Israelites was forced out of them cities. We just read it. And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon and from Cuthra and from Ava and from Hamath and from Sephraim and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel, and they possessed Samaria and dwell in the cities thereof. That's why Yahweh Shai said that. Don't go into them cities. Because the Israelites not in there. It's people in there that's acting like they Israelites. It's people in there that's acting like it. That's why when you have certain people coming up to the Lord, this even makes more sense over here. Ah man, they starting that bull crap. Where is it at? John 4:22. When you hear this right here, and it goes right here, it goes John 4:21. Yahweh Shai saith unto her, Woman, believe me, in the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. See, that's why it makes sense now. Because you had other people that was saying that they were Israelites and they were following after the religion, but that don't the ways and the customs, and knew the laws and the customs, but that don't make them us. So back to it. It's very easy, man. It's very easy, right? And so, but watch the point, right? And so it was at the beginning of their dwelling there that they feared not the Lord. Therefore the Lord sent lions among them, which slew some of them. Wherefore they spoke to the king of Assyria, saying, The nations which thou hast removed and placed in the cities of Samaria know not the manner of the Most High of the land. Therefore he hath sent lions among them, and behold, they slay them, because they know not the manner of the power of the land. And the king of Assyria commanded, saying, Carry thither one of the priests, whom ye brought from thence, and let him go and dwell there, and let him teach them the manner of the Most High of the land. And one of the priests whom they had carried away from Samaria came and dwelled in Bethel, and taught them how they should fear the Lord. But that don't make them Israelites. That don't make them Israelites. Let's get back to the pictures. Yeah, my Wi-Fi be acting funny, man. It seems like soon as I look up certain stuff and I do certain things, shit get crazy. Okay, so we got that, right? We got that. So enter in the Balfour Declaration. How? The invention of Jewish people. Enter in the Balfour Declaration, right? Right? So now we getting back to how they got to the land. So we done already established that it's people that was taught the customs that was not Israelites all the way back in the time of the scriptures. We already done seen that. Even Yahweh Shai know about that. Enter Balfour Declaration. November 2, 1917, statement of British support for the establishment in Palestine of the national home for the Jewish people. It was made in a letter from Arthur James Balfour, the British Foreign Secretary, to Lionel Walter Rothschild. And even that is like a tricky thing. Balfour took his cue from Lionel Rothschild. But you see it ain't called the Rothschild Declaration, because that would be in their face that it's janky. So they used Balfour, James Balfour, but he was taking his direction from Walter Rothschild. This demon right here. Yeah. Right? So you got that. This is how they bought the land. So now let's get over here, right? Let's get over here. Let's get over here. Edomite Jews began to call themselves Hebrews and Israelites in 1860. So now you done had it. Now remember now, Slavery is going on in this time. So Israelites wasn't able to say that they were Israelites. They was beat into Christianity, all this other shit was forced into them. So now you had these people that because they was white, they was white, and they knew the law, statutes, and commandments. They was able to do what? They was able to keep going along in the customs that they was forced to do. Whether when it was John Hyde Cranus forced them to do it, or when it was because they was getting ate up by lions, they was forced to do it, right? So that's two different sets of groups of people right there. That's not Israelites. That's following the customs and the laws and other Israelites, right? So then you figure their kids after a while, their children don't know why they originally forced to do to do these things. Then you look at right here, you got down here. Edomite Jews begin to call themselves Hebrews and Israelites in 1860. Encyclopedia Judaica, 1971, volume 1023. And a lot of this stuff, they scrubbing it off the internet. I was watching a brother today. He was saying, I forget the brother's name, the elder's name, but he was saying Latin tribe, Latin Northern Kingdom, Latin tribe, but he was saying that that's the reason why they went away from hard copies, photos, and hard copies, because you can't come in somebody's house and take a hard copy of photo and rip it up. But if you got stuff, everything is digital on a computer, you can make stuff disappear, right? Which makes perfect sense. He made an excellent point about that. But then look, Esau Edom is modern day Jewry, 1925 Jewish Encyclopedia, page 5, volume 5, page 41, right? They are not Israel or Judah. They are not, right? What it is. In order to avoid unwelcome association and connotations, the word Jew began in the 19th century to call themselves Hebrews and Israelites. 1980. Yeah, you see, there's a search right here. It's a search, and it's in the JewishEncyclopedia.com. You see it? I don't really need that. Yeah, this go. Oh, this bring up a script. Edomites, Moabites, Jews, Palestinians, the salad of the Jewish people. Yeah, let's get this one. Let's get this one. Where is it at? It's right here. Music stop, but we ain't even gonna worry about it. That ain't gonna stop this truth. Luke chapter 21 and 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down by the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Yeah. Edomites, Moabites, Jews, Palestinians, the salad of the Jewish people. Yeah, they over there tearing it up over there, destroying the land. Okay, let's see what this say. Ancient Jewish history, traditional enemies of the Israelites, the Edomites were the descendants of Esau who often battled the Jewish nation. Edom was southeast Palestine. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Edomites attacked Israel under Saul's rulership. King David would later defeat the rogue nation, annexing their land. Salakia. Annexing their land. Okay, yeah, annexing their land. It's telling you right there, land. And this is it's right here is the Jewish Virtual Library. See it up at the top up there? Jewish Virtual Library. Yeah. This is how you know they know, man. But you got these individuals like Vocab out here and the black Christians or whatever, and you know they helping to help them to protect the lives that a lot of them know. King David would later defeat the rogue nation, annexing their land. At the fall of the first temple, the Edomites attacked Judah and looted the temple, accelerating its destruction. The Edomites were later forcibly converted unto Judaism by John Hyrcanus, and then became an active part of Jewish, I forget whatever. That's all you needed to see. Edomites were conquered by John Hyrcanus, then forced in. Yeah, partly, and that's the other part of it. Partly annexing their land, the Edomites regained independence during, well, the Edomites are done away with. No, it's not. The Edomites are not done away. They're not done away with. And those people over there that's playing or professing themselves to be us are not. Where is it at? Ecclesiastes. I think it's Ecclesiastes. Yeah. 4:16. Yep, that's it. Let me see if we get the music back. Nope. Ecclesiastes 4:16. There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this also is vanity and vexation of spirit. Yeah, yeah. So there's no end of all the people. Let's keep getting it. Right here is another one. Jewish Almanac. Jewish Almanac. Strictly speaking, it is incorrect to call an ancient Israelite a Jew, or to call a contemporary Jew a Israelite or a Hebrew. Didn't we say, what did Paul say? What did Paul call himself in I'm an Israelite of the tribe of Benjamin, right? Strictly, and look again, the Jewish Almanac, Identity Crisis, a brief history of the term for Jew. Strictly speaking, it is incorrect to call an ancient Israelite a Jew, or to call a contemporary Jew a Israelite or a Hebrew. Ah, yeah. Same thing right here. Strictly speaking, the same thing right here. Most Jews do not like to admit it, but our God is Lucifer. Lucifer, the morning star. That's in Isaiah 14:21. Nah, not 21. 14 and Isaiah 14. Start at 14 and read down to 16, and they'll give you. Matter of fact, let's get it. I got it yesterday, but let's get it. Lucifer. Nigga start at 12. Yeah. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? And that'll line up with I got that. I was gonna get that one later, but that'll line up with this one right there. Let's get this one. Numbers. Numbers 24. Start at 18. Watch this. Numbers 24:18. 19. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion and shall destroy him. Just read about Lucifer being brought down to the ground, right? Now watch this. Out of Jacob shall come him that shall have dominion and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. So now you get back to over here, right? You get back over to here, and you see that who was the ones that set this up? Who the ones that set this up? You got the Rothschilds, first of the nations. The first family of the nations is the Rothschilds, right? And they are the Amalekites. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up this parable and said, Amalek was first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Yeah. And so now when you get back to Isaiah 14:12 and you read it again, now you understand. These the people that have the light, and this is the people that have the light. Your so-called elite bankers, your rulers, wicked rulers of the world. Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down from the to the ground, which did weaken the nations, first of the nations, right? And then so you go down, but then you go to 16. You skip and go to 16. They that see thee narrowly shall narrowly, excuse me, Salakia, shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee saying, is this the man, Lucifer? Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Yeah, he doing whatever he want in this thing. He could make a decree in this kingdom. In this kingdom, the Rothschilds could make a decree, and voila, they purchase land in Israel and make it happen. Yeah, this is what happened. Let's keep going. I think it's one more. So now they'll try to tell you that they're Ashkenazi, right? They like 95% of the world Jewry. Look, it says 95% of the world Jewry is Eastern European Ashkenazi, and compromise of Khazar Edomite blood. The Jewish Encyclopedia, boo 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 boo, right? And so it is impossible for the Edomite Jews to call themselves Israelites. Yeah, it's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. So they're trying to now we get here. So now you got 18 biblical nations. They are Edomites. Khazars are from 1 to 8 is Shem. Is Shem. Noah had 3 sons, right? From 1 to 8 is Shem. From 9 to 12 is Ham. Hamites. Africans, Hamites. From 13 on down is Japhetic. All of these tribes were dark skinned. All of these tribes had color, had melanin. Edom goes around and take on all you. Don't you have Edomites that call themselves South Africans? Don't you have Edomites calling themselves Russian, Greek, German, Spanish? This is what they do. This is what they do. They are not Ashkenazi. They are Edomites. They are Edomites. They are Edomites. And they know this, man. Now let's get back to them taking possession of our land, man. They done stole our heritage. Was discontinued from our heritage, Jeremiah 17:4. And then they stole our land. Ezekiel 36:2. Thus saith the Lord power, because the enemy have said unto you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are a infamy to the people. Yeah. Trying to see, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Trying to see if I thought it was. Yeah, so you got that right there, right? What else we gonna get? Get a couple more and we get up out of here. So then you have this one, Zechariah 9:6. Now Ashdod is on the coast of Jerusalem over there. So we done just read that one where they got our land in their possession, right? Zechariah 9:6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. So Ashdod is, like I said, Ashdod is a city over there on the tip of Jerusalem over there. It's over there, Israel over there, Ashdod. So that's another one that's showing you, what's what. Let's get this one too. Genesis, right? Prove that Amalek is in fact the Edomite, right? 36:1. Genesis 36:1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom, right? Right? And then you get down to 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir, right? And then you get down to 12. And Timon was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bore Eliphaz Amalek. Remember that name? Right? Amalek? She bare Eliphaz Amalek. These are the sons of Adar, Esau's wife, Amalek, right? And then who's still running around to this day's 15? These were the dukes of the sons of Esau. Who's still running around calling themselves duke? Eliphaz, first son of Esau, Duke Timon, Duke Omar, Duke Zephyr, Duke Kenzar, Duke Korah, Duke Gatam, Duke Amalek. Who the one still calling? Who's this the one still going around calling themselves dukes right now? Yeah. So we done established that Amalek is an Edomite. Amalek is an Edomite, and then you go back to with the forced conversion and all of that. You gave Esau the opportunity to come back up here and sit in the catbird seat. He got a chance to sit in the catbird seat. Exodus chapter 17 and 14. And the Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. 16. For he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Look who else the Lord said he gonna have indignation with forever. Let's get this one. Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. This is when they came back out, Renaissance era. They remade everything and all of this stuff like that. And then they ended up at the right shortly after that, a couple of 100 years later, taking over being us. They came out, the 1500s, the 1400s. They changed all the apostles. They covered the faces of the judges. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, the people against whom the Lord will have indignation forever. That's the only people that he talk about like that is Edom. This is the only people that he talks about. That the Lord is speaking in that fashion about is the Edomites. Lamentations chapter 5 and 1. Remember, O Lord, that what is come upon us, consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers. Our inheritance is turned to strangers. Our houses to aliens. And we read that in nothing new under the sun. We read that in 2 Kings 17th chapter. And it's still going on right now. So everything that they doing is nothing new. They get in our places. And look, this one came back up, so it gotta come out. This is what they do, man. This is what they do. Sirach, Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself, teach me the law, statutes, and commandments. And then soon as it's a chance for him now think about teach me the law, statutes, and commandments. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place and say, I'm the Israelites. I'm the chosen. I'm the people of the Lord. See? he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at the right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. No, he gonna take everything. He taking the land, he taking that your heritage, he taking everything. And that's what Esau did, man. That's what he did. So yeah, so I just wanted to go into it, man. Like I said, man, and we gave them the utensils, but they came in and they just became us. The invention of the Ish people. So with that one, we gonna close out. All praises, honor, glory to Yahweh. By Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the brothers, the men at Great Millstone that rule well, that taught me this truth. To the hopeful elect out there, scattered abroad, unlike unto a speckled bird, tabernacle of King David, 144,000 mighty men, peace, blessings, salutations, and to the remnant, men, women, children, remain spiritual out there. Kwam Yasharala, and Abba Ba. Baraka Thumb family. Shalom.